Not playing the drums?
No, not me.
All right, how y'all doing out there tonight? Yeah, it's another episode or podcast of This Week in the Zone. I've had to go to the bullpen today. Dean Molberg was supposed to be doing the podcast with me today, but he had to cancel. So we're going to back him up a week. So I went to the bullpen and I pulled out the other commish of the league, Mr. Al Gall. How you doing tonight, Al?
Hey, I'm good.
Thanks for
Had
subbing.
to class the place up after that idiot you had on last week. Fucking guy.
So I do have some exciting news that Renee is going to come on after Dean goes on.
No way, really?
Yeah, so it's going to be Dean next week, and then it'll be Renee the week after. Oh, look at all
Nice.
them Capitals celebrating. What are they celebrating? They haven't won nothing. What are they celebrating, being in second place?
Yeah.
Good for them. Who's above them?
What's that?
What team's above them?
The Nationals.
The Nationals. No, I think it's the Islanders. I think it's the Islanders.
In the standings, yes. Sorry. Yes, definitely.
Yes, absolutely. All right, so we might as well kick at her then. There's no introductions. Well, other than introducing you, there's nothing to talk about. Everybody knows you by now.
Exactly.
So basically, we're going to go to the Langway division. And in first place, none other than the co-commish himself, Mr. Al Gall, Living Skies Capitals, sitting at 15-3 for 30 points. Had a great week at 2-0. And the Capitals beat the Outlaws 5-2, and they beat Sealand 4-2. But that was a tougher contest than it looked like.
It was. I thought he was going to beat me all week. I kept going into work and telling him to tell his team to suck more. But he had a good week, but I managed to pull it out at the end there.
Well, at least you stayed in striking distance of Dan for the CDS.
Absolutely.
As well. And we're going to see shortly the guy below you is all of a sudden got red hot in the last 2 weeks. So after having a really poor week 3 weeks ago, it was really tough for him.
Yep.
So let's take a look at second place. And once again, it is still moves like Jagger. And Nick's team is in the same spot they were last week. They're sitting at 13-3-2 for 28 points. So they're only 2 points behind Living Skies Capitals right now. And like I said, Nick had 2 really good weeks after having one really bad one. For the week, he went 2-0, took care of Sealand easily 5-2, but he had a good game against the Rangers and only beat the Rangers 4-3. That was a big game.
Yeah, it was a tight game with the Rangers, and even in it, I think there was 2 goals in it. And the Rangers had the wins, ties, shutouts. They had the goalie points there and the save percentage.
Yeah.
But and there was only 2 goals in it for the goals. Everything else was fairly close, 1 point difference. So could have gone either way.
Yeah. So basically, he's hot on your heels right now, though. He's only
absolutely
only 2 points behind. He can still win the Langway division if he keeps going like that.
Yep.
And he still has a shot at the CDS as well. I would say that you 3 teams are the only ones probably left with. Well, maybe the Oilers as well.
The Oilers too.
Yeah.
He's at 28 points in the other division. So there's 4 of us within 2 points. So
that's true. So
or within 4 points there. Yeah.
So we could have a barn burner for the CDS at the end of the season. We had one 2 years ago, I think, where Renee beat RK, and I think he beat him on head-to-head because they were tied. So, yeah, that was a tough one for RK to swallow for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So coming in third place is Dean with the Colwood Rangers. They are also in the same spot that they were at, but they're at 10 wins, 7 losses, and 1 tie right now for 21 points. For the week, they just went 1-1, and they beat the Wolfpack 5-2 handily, and they lost to MLJ, like we just talked to, 4-3.
Yeah, close game there, but he won the other one. So yeah, he's still. I think he's pretty much got third place sewn up there. I don't think who's behind him, the Wolfpack. I don't think the Wolfpack might be able to catch him, but I don't think so.
They're playing each other this week.
Yeah, so that'll be probably one of the games of the week for your
Wolfpack has to win that game.
Yeah. They have to win that game to stay ahead of the other Division
Yeah.
2 to prevent the crossover as well.
Yeah,
So
that's true. And don't
there's-
forget, and even if you do make it in that 4th spot, you get the yeehaw. You get to play Dan.
exactly.
So
You're-
you want to
you're-
get in 3rd place if you can.
That's right. Your reward for getting in means you get to play Dan.
Get your ass kicked. But you never know.
Oh,
Wolfpack's had some great weeks going on too. So
He's
yeah,
had some good weeks. Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then let's talk about the Wolfpack. They're sitting in the same spot they were last week. They're in 4th place, 8-2 for 18 points. They are in a playoff spot. They held on to that playoff spot from last week. For the week, they went 1-1. The Pack beat the Mustangs 5-2, which was easy to do, and the Rangers beat the Wolfpack 5-2.
Yeah, just like we said, that Rangers game was close or it was a good game, and then he beat up on Keith there, so that was a pretty easy game for him.
Yeah, for sure. And poor Chris with Sealand. Sealand is in the same spot, and they're in 5th place. But what was it? It was 2 weeks ago they went 0-2. Then they went 2-0. Or no, they went 2-0, and then 0-2, and then 2-0, and now this week
And now 0-2 again.
0-2 again. But they put up a good fight against you. They lost to the Capitals 4-2, and they also had MLJ at 5-2. So yeah,
they're inconsistent. Consistently inconsistent.
Consistently inconsistent. However, we're saying that even though this was probably their best 0-2. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So,
They were playing 2 tough teams and
they put up good numbers.
They did. They put up a good fight in both games there. It was touch and go in both of those games. It could have gone either way.
Yeah, for sure. What am I doing here? Let's bring this up here so that we can see what we're looking at here. All right. Oops. All right, there we are. Let's go to the scores. Where are they here? There we are. That'll give us a little better look here. So basically, let's check out how Chris did. So I'm just going to bring up the game with you here, and you can see that he was pretty competitive in all the things, even tied in the goals. So that could have went either way. Assists were tight, so he could have won that one as well. And he usually has better goaltending than that. Who did he have? Oh, Holtby and Binnington. Binnington was the only one who played though.
Yes.
And he only played one game.
Was it just the one? That's right.
Just the one, and he won it. So if he had had a better,
he won it in a shootout or overtime.
Yeah. And it was a bad game for Binnington too. I think it was 5-4 in the shootout or something like that. The Blues won.
He played it. It was a terrible game.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so basically Sealand hangs on to 5th place at 6-11-1 for 13 points. And we told you who they lost to. They had a good week. It just didn't work out for them.
Nope.
Not much more you can say about that.
No.
Now we're going to go to the Colwood Mustangs, who kind of had another bad week. And the reason
Macaulay Mustangs in this league.
Yeah. Oh, what did I say?
Colwood.
Oh, did I? Oh,
yeah.
My. Wow. That's pretty wild. Macaulay Mustangs at 5-12-1 for 11 points. And unfortunately, they went 1-1 this week. I think they don't want to lose. But the problem with Keith when it comes to tanking is he only has so many roster spots. And his guys aren't injured, and they're fairly good. So he can't put in anybody shitty.
Yeah.
Right? Like he just doesn't have the room and the roster space and everything to do it. So Keith is actually putting out some pretty good weeks. And
yes,
that's 2 weeks in a row now he's won one game.
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, he smoked he smoked the Bruins 7-0. I think the last team he smoked me 7-0. I think it was.
Yeah.
And then the Pack took care of the Mustangs 5-2. So, yeah, kind of a rough week for Keith going 5-12-1 now. It kind of ties him for fourth spot and down in the bottom. So, if he's trying to get into that final four, that's not a good week for him.
Yeah, exactly. He's hoping he loses every game, I think, but unfortunately, like you said, he just doesn't have the roster spots that he can pick up crap to solidify it. So
yeah, it's there's so many things when it goes into tanking and things like that. So, you
Oh,
got to make sure that you're strong enough in the playoffs to compete, to get the spots that you want and things like that. So many
but
things.
weak enough to fall to the bottom.
But weak enough to fall to the bottom, exactly. Like look at Ryan Kelly. I think he's got like about 10 waiver wire pickups coming here.
Yeah, so I keep watching it. So it was Bruins drop, add.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
It should be interesting to see his transaction fees again at the end of the year. Always pretty interesting.
He's consistently high.
All right, so let's talk about RK then. The Bruins in seventh place. They had an excellent week. They're in the same spot they were last week. They are 3-15 for 6 points. They've now lost 14 in a row. And they went 0-2 for the week. And the Mustangs easily handled the Bruins 7-0. And the Outlaws handled the Bruins 6-1.
Yes. So he's dropping rapidly, longest losing streak of the season, and yeah.
I'm not sure anybody will ever match Dan's record. I think what was he last year or that year 2 years ago? I think it was 43-1.
Yeah, something like that. Ridiculous.
No wins and one tie. That was all he had.
Yeah.
That's classic. That's classic tanking right there.
That's
all right.
That's tanking.
Yep. So bringing up the rear is the Quebec City Outlaws, and they are at 2-15-1 now. They ended a 9-game losing streak for themselves by winning against the Bruins 6-1, and the Caps easily handled the Outlaws 5-2. So for the week, they went 1-1.
Yep. Again, JP's probably hoping he goes 0-2 every week, but sometimes you run into a team that is worse than you are.
They're pretty much locks. Both Ryan and JP. They're pretty much locks for the bottom four.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, ending a 9-game losing streak. So that's not too bad. He's still last. He's still last in the NCZ. The only difference is now Ryan Kelly is only 1 point behind him. So Ryan's putting up a fight for that very bottom spot.
Absolutely. Yep. Ryan could very well take that. One tie or a win by JP and RK keeps losing, he could find himself right at the bottom.
Yep, for sure. And for those that don't know, in the playoffs, it's when it comes to the consolation rounds, the seeding does matter. The only tiebreaker in the playoff round for the consolation round is if you're like whoever is in last place in the league wins every tiebreaker, no matter what. And whoever is second worst in the league, they win every tiebreaker except with the person who's worst in the league, and so on and so on. So that's the tiebreaker in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So basically, the Langway division now has been pretty much set for the last 3 weeks. There's been absolutely no movement at all in the standings.
It's been pretty stable.
Division, pretty stable indeed. So do you think that? This is the way it's going to end?
I don't know. We only got this week and one more to go.
Yep.
Yeah,
we're in the midst of the second last.
I don't
week.
see it. Yeah, I don't see it changing.
Well, about the only place it can change is probably pretty much you and Nick.
Yeah, Nick and I could change there, and I don't know what his. I know my last 4 games, I think, are against weaker teams. But again, you never know. I could always beat one of the weaker teams if they have a good week sometime too.
Yeah.
So
But
I could get beat, but
Nick's actually got to beat you by 3 points because you've got the wins. You got 15 wins
yes.
compared to his 3 or 13.
Right.
Pardon me.
So
unless
as
that
long as
changes,
yeah.
Yeah. So anything else to add about the Langley division?
No, I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. I think it's pretty much set the way it's going to finish, and then we go to the playoffs.
Oh
See
my
how
God.
we go.
All right.
It's okay. That Dono guy, I think, is a closet freaking Maple Leafs fan. He's not a Hawks fan. He's a Leafs fan.
All right, so now we're off to the Bossy division to see how the Bossy division is doing. And of course, right up top is the same person as usual, or has been for the last month or so, is the New Brunswick Bears. 15-1-2 for 32 points, and that's good enough for first place in the entire NCZ. So that means Dano is in the running for the CDS this year, definitely for sure. Dan had an excellent week, went 2-0. The Bears beat Flying Colors. That was a tough game. That was an actual tough game. Good job, Gary.
Yep.
Way to put up a good fight there. And the Bears easily handled Pitter Patter 5-1.
Yeah. I think Dan's on a 11-game win streak now, so it's he's definitely the one to beat in the whole league. So
yeah, for sure. Let's I guess we're going to bring up the let's bring up again. There we go. So yeah, Dan looking pretty good there. Easily taking care of business. And I believe, did he not have 51 points this week? I think that was
I don't know.
51 points.
Yeah.
Very
Click on
nice,
the Bears
Dan.
game.
Yeah. The Bears?
The Flying Colors game. Yeah, his other one.
Where is he? Where is he?
Top right. There you go.
Yeah. So 51-30, but Garrett won the PIMS, and he beat him goaltending. So basically, he could have beat Garrett could have beat Dan just on this category here, because that's basically a crapshoot.
On goals too. He was only 3 goals different.
Yeah, there's only 3 goals different there too.
Yeah.
But man, Dan had an excellent week, 51 points.
Dan had a really good week.
Yeah. I'm noticing that you the top 5-6 teams they're really separating themselves now. It's like all of you are up in at least 40. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know definitely starting to notice pattern there for sure. So Dan the man is ruling the roost in the NCZ right now. Pretty good. I wonder where Fancy has him.
I'm pretty sure we know.
I think so. I think we know.
I think we know.
Dan's love-hate with Fancy, but we got Garrow there enough to hate Fancy right now. So
that's right. You hate on Garrow enough for everybody.
All right, and in second place, we still have Blake. Calgary Oilers 13-3-2 for 28 points, and they had an excellent week. They went 2-0. The Oilers beat East Coast Brewers 4-2, and they also beat easily Pitter Patter 5-1.
Yeah, it was another good week for Blake. He went 2-0, second week in a row, and solidified his hold on second place in the division there for now.
Yeah.
But the person in third is coming on strong now, so he's got to watch out.
They are indeed, and we know who that is. So let's talk about him. The Harrison Lakers in third place at 13-5 for 26 points. So he's only 2 points behind Blake. So there could be some movement there. And here's the I'll tell you about the week, but then I got something else to say. So for the week, he went 2-0. And the Lakers beat the Flames 4-2, put a real dagger kind of in on Wes a little bit there with that victory. And the Lakers had an easy time beating the Islanders 6-1.
Yep. Yeah, Renee's coming on strong now. A good 2-0 week for him, and he's I think he's guaranteed himself a spot in the playoffs. So he's back in the playoffs again, and as we know, anything can happen in the playoffs. So
Yep, that's for sure.
yeah,
So the one thing that I do want to mention about Renee is, did you see that he signed a prospect this week?
I did see that he decided to give Kirill a 5-year deal there.
That could be huge. I have been watching this
That
all year. I've been watching him. Like I'll go to a Minnesota game, and this kid is unreal.
Oh yeah, that wraparound he had last night was
He's
just pure determination. He saw it and he just outfought the defender to get there and get it in the net. It was beautiful.
So do you think this could be a difference maker for Renee?
Oh, absolutely.
13
He
and
could
5, and bringing
that
on board Kaprizov is like bringing in a superstar right now.
absolutely. He brought on a hot young gun at the right time, and
Yeah.
that could be the push he needs to get him right through the playoffs to the cup again.
Yeah, holy, it's just kind of crazy. I mean, that he's up there again that high to start with in the first place, and now he's going to add Kaprizov on to him. Well, holy,
Yep.
I mean, he's 13 and 5 without him. I definitely could see Kaprizov at least getting the Lakers to match the Bears with Kaprizov in there. Very possible.
Yeah, very, very possible.
Yeah.
We'll see how he does this week.
Yep. And having a not so good week in fourth place, and they're in the same spot they were last week, is East Coast Brewers. We'll call it an okay week as he went 1-1. The East Coast Brewers beat the Flames 5-2, but they lost to the young gun Blake 4-3. The Oilers.
Yeah, he lost to the second place team, so I mean, there's no shame in that. And I think the game was it fairly close.
Yeah. Oh
no, well, yeah, he was like 1 assist out, 7 goals,
yeah.
6 pims, 5 pims,
Well,
8 points.
The 1 assist is huge. That's
Yeah.
that's a game right there. That just
Yeah.
scored 4-3 for the East Coast Brewers.
Well, 1 assist and it would have been a tie game.
Yeah, 2 assists for
2 assists
Don
and he's won.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Like it's just so it was a very close game. He just didn't get over that hump.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep.
All right, and
Your favorite hating,
still
your favorite team to hate on.
I don't hate them. But in fifth place is the Flying Colors, and you want to guess what they went for the week?
They went 1-1.
So that would leave them at 9-9 for 18 points, and
Yep.
they are keeping pace. They're keeping pace because Bo also has 18 points. But
Yeah, and Bo went 1-1 as well, so they're both keeping pace. But
Bo has a tiebreaker, but that still means that Garrow's right there. He's
and I think
one tie.
they're playing each other this week too, are they not?
I don't believe they are.
Are they not?
I don't
Okay.
think they play each other. Yeah.
All right.
No, I think we're pretty much back into our own divisions.
Back to our own divisions. Okay.
Yeah.
But they have to watch each other's games and see who's going to come out on top on that one.
Look at Garrow's goaltending. That's excellent. 932 with 8 points.
Yep. Oh yeah, that's huge.
30 points is respectable, but if you're going to do some damage in the playoffs, you're going to need a little more than that. But that's definitely respectable. Nice penalty minutes as well. So good showing by Garrow to keep in the race here. So it should be an exciting finish here.
Oh yeah.
All right, and in sixth place, we got the Flames of Fleury at 5-10-3 for 13 points. This was a tough week for Wes. Wes was making a push for the playoffs. He's still not eliminated, but this was a big hit this week, going 0-2. Lost to the Lakers 4-3. Lost to East Coast Brewers 5-2. Tough week for Wes.
Yeah, tough week. He was one of the teams I lost against after we did the show, and I said his team he still has a good team. They're just underperforming this year for some reason, and it's just yeah, I'd be just beside myself trying to figure out what the hell's wrong with the guys
Yeah.
on the team.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got good players. They're just
Yeah.
not putting up the numbers week in, week out.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Flashes of brilliance, and then they go 0-2 again. It's
Yep.
just it's hard to figure his team out. It really
Well,
is.
He started so late. Like he finally started
Yeah.
moving late. And yeah, what was happening in the start of the year, I don't really know. But he's still not out of it. He's still got a shot, but it's definitely a shot to the heart
Yeah.
this week. 0-2 is a bit of a killer. Do you have something on in the background there?
Yeah, Laurie's watching TV.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to seventh place then. Let's talk about Steve and Pitter Patter. They're 5-10-1 for 11 points. They had a good week, and the reason they had a good week is because they went 0-2, which is exactly what they were looking for. The Bears beat them easily 5-1, and the Oilers had no problem with them at 5-2.
Yeah, he's right now he's tied for the fourth bottom there with Macaulay Mustangs. They're both at 11 points there with
Yep.
the same record, 5-12-1. So they're tied for that last spot in the bottom right now, but
Yeah.
that could all change. So
Right now, Keith does have the tiebreaker because Steve beat the Mustangs last week, 5-2.
Right.
So Steve would go up, and it's kind of reverse.
yeah,
The thing
Steve
with
would go up, and
that's not good to go up. Yeah, so you're going to go up. He would go up a spot, and
that's right.
And Keith would go down a spot. So head to head being the tiebreaker there. Actually, the wins is first tiebreaker, and then head to head.
That's right. Yep.
Yeah. So, but
So-
they virtually have identical records right now. So you
Yeah.
have to go to head, and that's where Steve beat Keith in the only game they played this
Steve
year.
beat Keith, so he would go up. Yep.
All right, and bringing up the rear, the Islanders. They've owned eighth place the entire season in the Bossy division. It's been all theirs all along. They are now 3-12-1 for 7 points. It was a good week for the Islanders. They went 0-2. The Lakers easily dispensed of the Isles 6-1, and Flying Colors easily handled the Islanders as well at 5-2.
Yeah, you're solidifying yourself in the bottom,
Absolutely, absolutely.
which is right what you want to do. So, yep.
So in conclusion here, this was actually the very first week that the Bossy division had no movement. They were
Yeah,
stable.
everybody was locked into that position.
Yep. So
But there's still a lot of potential for movement in that division. The
Oh, yeah.
Lakers
Yeah.
are only 2 points behind the Oilers.
oh yeah,
The Brewers are only 5 points behind the Lakers. I mean, there could be some shakeups. You never know.
could be.
Yep.
So that's where we're sitting in the divisions right now. I guess our next step is to go on to the Fancy stats, see what Fancy's got to say about all this stuff. She may not agree with the standings itself. Let's find out.
Fancy says lots.
Oh, actually, before we go to Fancy, why don't we take a look at the standings for both divisions? We didn't take a look. So there's the Langway right there. As you can see, the Capitals 15-3, Moose Lake Jagger 13-3-2, Rangers 10-7. So, like you said, I think Rangers are solid in third,
Yeah.
and looks like Bo's pretty solid for fourth now, but he's battling Flying Colors still. So
He's battling to not let the crossover happen.
yeah, and JP's almost out of the cellar. Almost 1 point. 1 point away.
Almost.
And in the Bossy division, so Dan is kind of pulling away right now. So 15-1-2 is a good 4-point lead, and there's only 4 games left. All right.
Yeah.
So 2 this week, 2 next week. That's it.
That's
and,
right.
Yeah. So the Oilers are 10-3-2. So they need Dan to lose 2, and they need to win 2 that they're playing. The Harrison Lakers are right on Blake's tail though at 13-5.
Yeah, only 2 points behind, so quite easily could make a move and jump up into second.
Yep. And I think Dono is pretty secure in his fourth place spot as well.
I hope so. I want him to finish there and me to finish first in the Langway because I want that. I
You
want that
Dono?
matchup in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I want Dono.
Look at that. You've been called out, Dono. Al is coming for you.
That's right.
Oh, he has spoken. He's pretty confident this year. You're pretty confident, Al. You're liking your
I
team.
wasn't at the beginning of the year. I was like,
I know.
we'll see how it goes.
I
And
know.
like you said, I don't have a lot of stars on my team, but I got a lot of guys that play with the stars or play on the second lines and they're putting up points consistently,
You
which
got
is
a lot of second best players on the team.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's awesome. And you're solid. You're solid for sure.
Yep.
Well, do you realize that if you even just win your division, you're gonna triple your winnings?
Yeah, you already went over that last year or last week with Dono, asshole. I'll shoot past you as well.
Well, no, not quite. You would have to, even if you won the CDS, you'd still be behind.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm at 151. Regardless, the founders are sucking shit in this league. I'll tell you that right
the founders of this league suck.
We are just giving the money away. Hey guys, got a good idea. Why don't we start this league? There's the money. We know what we're doing. You guys don't. So we'll easily take your money, right? No, we suck.
We never said we know what we were doing at the beginning of it, though. We never claimed to know what we were doing. We were winging it.
I kind of claimed I knew what I was doing.
Okay.
So I got nothing I can say. Nothing I can say about that. All right. So now we're going to go to fancy stats. Let's take a look at the fancies. All right. It's that time for fancy, and you got to see what fancy has to say about this whole thing, especially now that we're winding down to the very end. Absolutely. We have an honorable mention this week. Once again, I didn't mention him last week. I did mention him the week before, but he didn't really close it up. But this week he kind of closed it up, so he's getting honorable mention again. And that's the Colwood Rangers at 83, 45, and 7 for 173 points.
Yep. He's
do you think he's a contender?
Oh, I think so for sure. Yeah, his team's now starting to perform. They've got all the COVID out of them, and they're coming on strong now, I think.
Yeah, I think if everything fell right for them, they could definitely win the cup.
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
And somebody's back into the top 5 for the fantasy stats. And I guess who that is?
By 1 point, moves like Yager.
That would be correct. 1 point ahead of the Colwood Rangers. They are 83, 44, and 8 for 174 points.
Yep. Nick had a good week again and moves back into the top 5.
He had a great week the week before. So he's been,
true.
He's smoking hot for 2 weeks there. So he's heating it up at the right time for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Looking good there, Nick. Absolutely. Yep. All right. What about 4th?
4th. Let me look at my there we go.
Cheater.
Well, I got it all here. Mr. Blake with his Calgary Oilers.
That's right. 92, 37, and 6 for 190 points. That's quite the jump from Moose Lake Jagr, though, I got to say. So there's a definite top 4 here for sure. But I would say I'm thinking anyone of the 6 could win.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 16 points up on Moves Like Jagr. So he's got it's a good jump to 4th spot for sure.
So basically, though, the Calgary Oilers did fall a spot. They were in 3rd last week. So 4th this week. Yep. And that would be because, of course, the Harrison Lakers are on the move and they went up a spot. They are 91, 34, and 10 for 192 points. So there's 2 points separating the Oilers and the Lakers.
Yeah. Renee jumped up again. Renee coming on strong at the right time of the year. You can never count Renee out, ever.
Nope, you certainly can't.
Yep.
And of course, in the same spot as they were last week is the one and only Living Skies Capitals at 96, 32, and 7 for 199.
Yep. Just
What do you got to
just
say about yourself?
hanging on by my fingertips, just holding on, trying to make it to the end of the season.
Absolutely, you're there for sure. But
Yep.
once again, bringing it home is the New Brunswick Bears, and let me tell you, the Bears basically jumped in almost into a league of their own.
Yeah,
They
14
are,
points ahead of me.
yeah, 105, 27, and 3 for 213 points. Al's at 199, so 2 touchdowns ahead.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. Dan's got a strong team and they're performing. So
Only lost one game
if
this year.
yeah, if they keep playing like that, it's going to be very hard to knock him off.
I agree.
The other team is going to have a outstanding week to get anywhere close to knocking him off.
You know, I got to be honest. I think that this year may be the most competitive playoffs we've ever had. The way the teams are all, there's so
Yeah.
many. Like usually when I go into the playoffs, I see 1 or 2 or 3 teams that I go, they'll probably win for sure. But really, top 6, I really think any one of these guys could win. And even Donald, who's not in this right now, if he gets hot at the right time, could still win.
I think even if we'd have had a full season, I think those 6 teams would still be the ones that we'd be talking about right to the end of the season, because they just have a solid teams all the way around, and it's just a matter of the players performing on that given week.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So Dan is looking hot going into the playoffs for sure. All right, you know what it's time for. Are you a pretender or are you a
contender?
That's right. Well, guess what? We only got one pretender. I'm taking it easy.
Are you picking on Garrow again?
I'm taking I'm taking it easy on him, and there's a couple of reasons why. We
might just as well call this the Garrow portion of the show.
Pretty much. He's just defying all odds. All odds. Just defying them. Absolutely.
It's like, true.
It's crazy. So, but I'm giving him a break because he's 9-9 for 18 points, tied with Bo, but losing the tiebreaker. This week he's 51, 70, and 14. And the reason I'm laying off him is because he actually went up one. He was 20 games under 500. He's now only 19 games under 500. He went up this week.
But he's still a sub 500 team fighting for a playoff spot.
He's a pretender if I ever seen one, man. There's no way he should be up where he is. Like 51, 70, and 14. Like, that's unreal. Unreal. And getting the right
definitely overachieving.
Yep. Sure. But anyway, Garrow, I'm cheering for you, buddy. I am cheering for you. I hope you make the playoffs.
No, he's not.
I am. I actually am. Hey, go Bossy. Go Bossy. It's all about Bossy. We got to keep this dominance going.
Oh, whatever.
Let's see. That would mean you would play Garrow.
No, because he'd cross over to my division, so he'd play Dan.
No, Dan and Garrow are in the same division.
Yeah, but Garrow would cross over to my division.
Right. Yeah, so he'd be playing. Yeah,
so by getting in the playoffs, he'd end up playing Dan.
And you'd still be playing Dono, getting your wish.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm cheering for you, Garrow. Go, buddy, go. Hope you can do it.
Yeah, he's got a chance.
Yep, keep on trucking.
Yep.
All right, so basically that leaves us down to games of the week.
Yes.
All right, let's talk about the first one I got down here. I got the Flying Colors and Flames. Basically, this is it for Wes. He's got to go 4-0, in my opinion, to make the
Yes, to
playoffs.
have any chance, he's got to go 4-0 and win out. And he's in tough. He's got he's got the Oilers
Yeah.
and who else? Flying Colors?
Let's see here.
Yes, he's got the Oilers and Flying Colors this week. So that's two tough games for him, really.
Right.
I mean, Flying Colors have been playing well, and Blake's team's been playing really well as well. So he's in tough on those two games for sure.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely agree there for sure. But that's definitely a game to keep your eye on for sure. Because basically Wes' life on the line here. If Wes is eliminated, then basically there's really only one more to go, and that would be either Bo or Daryl.
Yep.
Yeah. So let's take a look. I thought this was a good game of the week as well. How about Lakers versus the Oilers?
Lakers versus the Oilers is a good game too. That could shake up the top of that division, right?
Absolutely.
That second spot, that could be a shakeup right there. That's the game that's got big implications.
Renee's 2 points behind, and if he beats Blake this week, he'll have the tiebreaker with more wins.
That's right. So if he goes 2-0 and Blake goes 1-1, then Renee takes over second spot.
Yep, it's all his. And
big game.
Yep, for sure. So that's definitely one to watch. So it's basically for second place in the Bossy division.
Yep.
Another one of the big games that I picked out was Wolfpack against MLJ. I thought that this might be a good game.
Yes.
The reason being is because basically Bo is hunting for a playoff spot as well. So he needs to win, and it should be a good game.
Yeah, he needs to win, and he has to hope that Garrow loses so that he can at least keep pace or pull away from him a little bit to solidify his position.
And for MLJ, the game for him is trying to track you down.
Yeah. So if he
big
slips another game, it might be impossible for him to catch me. If he loses one, it'll be really tough for him to catch me, I think. If he loses one, I think I'll finish on top.
It's an interesting game to watch because basically it's a game of interest, but both teams have two completely different interests in the game. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
MLJ is looking to try to catch you. They're not worried about playoffs, but Bo just wants to get into the playoffs.
That's right. Bo's fighting for his life to hold on to that last playoff spot there.
So this is kind of why I thought it was a good for games of the week. So definitely
absolutely
in there as well. And on the downside of things, I'm going to go with Pitter Patter versus the Islanders. Got to go for it, man. It's the tank show going on, and this is a big game here. Big game for Steve. Unfortunately, I'm predicting the Islanders will kick Pitter Patter's ass this week. But it's a big game for both teams. Basically, let me put it this way: if Islanders lose to Pitter Patter, they're pretty much guaranteed bottom four.
Pitter Patter is, yeah.
No, Islanders. If the Islanders lose to Pitter Patter,
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. If Pitter Patter wins, then you're guaranteed into the bottom four.
Pretty much. And then don't forget that would put them 2 up on Keith. And it's kind of like 3 because Pitter Patter owns a tiebreaker over the Mustangs. Remember?
Well, that game is like a battle of the wounded warriors. He's got 3 guys on IR and 1 guy day to day. And you've got 2 on the IR and 3 on the IR.
What?
Yeah.
Who's the third? Oh, my goaltender?
Goaltender's on the IR as well. Yeah.
Shit happens.
His goaltender's out day to day with a lower body injury though too. So he's basically got 5 guys that are hurting, and you've got 3.
Doesn't he have DeSmith going though?
What's that?
Doesn't he have DeSmith
he's got
a shutout last game.
Yeah, but Jack Campbell is injured.
Yeah.
That's his other goalie.
Well, we only really need I don't care if he has a 500 save percentage and a tie. I'd be happy to see that.
You just need to make sure your guys don't put up 8 points this week.
Yeah, I know. Who was that
Who
again?
was that? Was that Yanni Gourde that put up
Yeah.
7 points?
Yanni Gretzky?
Yanni Gretzky.
No,
And he's got what?
It was
He's
8 points.
He's already got an assist and 2 PIMs today for you.
Are you
So
serious?
he's already killing you.
Yeah.
Yes. You need to shoot that guy in the kneecap.
I tell you, man. I tell you, no doubt. He's just been on par. And you know how many empty net points I've gotten from Gord this year? Pretty much. 75% of his scoring is into an empty net. I swear to God. And it's like if they pull a goaltender, it's guaranteed Tampa is going to score. That's just the way it is. Just the way it is. So let's take a little look at let's take a little look at this week's scores here. So what do we got going here? There we go. Nope.
You're losing both right now, so that bodes good for you.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, pitter patter up. Holy smoke. Steve already has 5 points. That's amazing.
Yeah, but what's he up on you? 4 assists to 2, 6 PIMs to 2, and 5 points to 3. So it's still close.
Oh yeah, it's close. I expected lead from start to finish in this game.
Yeah.
I really.
Well, he might surprise you. He might pull out the win for you.
Well, he might. Just might indeed.
Yep.
Might indeed. So what else we got going on? Oh yeah. Well, I knew the Bears would kick my ass, so that's good.
Yeah.
Look at you kicking the ass of the Rangers.
Yeah, it's still early though. I'm not up. What am I up?
Man, your goaltending is always so solid for you. Like 963 again. Like you're always up there around like 960s and 950s. Other people.
I am now. Now that I got rid of that bum Holtby.
Yeah. Oh, you should be thankful the Capitals let him go.
Yeah, but well, who knows how he would have played with the Capitals? I mean, at least the Capitals can play a little bit of defense because Vancouver can't play any defense.
The Islanders had zero problem taking out the Capitals last year with Holtby, and he was one of the reasons. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
he did.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing like he was before. He's definitely lost a step
for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, here's a big game. There, the Flying Colors and Plains of Fleury. Oh, wow. Oh, man. Garrow jumped out to a big quick start. Wes has got the shutout going. Who's he got? He's going for the shutout. Murray? No. Who the hell?
Vanacek got the shutout against the Buffalo, 6-0.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, you mean Washington game's over?
Yeah, Washington played Buffalo. They had an early start. It's over.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I forgot I'm doing the podcast right now. That's why I'm not watching any hockey.
Yeah, 6-0 final. So
that was I believe that was a makeup game for Washington because
it was. They were supposed to be playing. No, I can't remember. They were supposed to be playing somebody else, and that game was postponed, and they put on the Washington and Buffalo.
They were supposed to be playing the Islanders, and now they're playing them tomorrow night.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
So that works out pretty good in the Islanders' favor. I mean, that'll make Washington on 3 out of 4 nights, 3 games in 4 nights, and back-to-back.
And I doubt Vanacek will be playing tomorrow night in a back-to-back game, so you'll get the backup.
Yeah. Pajot got off the COVID list, so he's okay. I think Dobson's off it now too.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I got some COVID cancellations today. The St. Louis LA games postponed for COVID.
Yeah, what? Really?
I think so. Yeah, I think that's why they called that one. There's
yeah, but that could be because of rescheduling.
Could be as well, yeah.
It's because like seeing all those games canceled, like for the Tampa Bay today and then they just played a different team. Yeah. So
yes. Same with Washington. It showed postponed against the Islanders, and then all of a sudden they're in a game against Buffalo.
So nobody currently is getting suspended games. These are just
no, I don't think so.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's all the shuffling from the COVID that happened earlier.
Yeah. Oh, look at the Lakers. Renee is taking care of business right now against Blake, but Blake always, for some reason, starts slow, and then he comes on strong at the end of the week.
Yep.
Ooh, Mustangs beating the Rangers. Ooh, Dino, What's going on there?
Yeah.
Wow, you let the Bruins have 2 goals? Wow. Oh, all ties, 4 ties.
What's that?
4 ties gets you 2 goals for for RK. So basically, this score is really 3-0.
For RK.
Yeah,
Which game?
Bruins and Caps. You're
Bruins
winning
and-
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
you're winning 5-2, but in reality, that score is 3-0 because RK got his 2 goals from 4 ties.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how Chris is going to get on. He's not as hot as he was last week, but he's still out in front there. And Packers beat the Outlaws, no problem. The old father-son game, son kicking the crap out of daddy. Take that, daddy-o. Oh, look at this.
Yep.
Look at this. Bruins tied. Wow. Wow, look at they've got identical numbers.
Oh, they do too.
That is crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy.
Well,
And yeah, so Lakers are on another 2-0 run, and the Oilers, well, they're looking good there, but
yep.
you never know. It's early in the week, and
Yeah, we're not even through day 1 of the week yet, so these are
Yeah.
all
That's
these
right.
could change in a heartbeat. So
Oh, for sure. But it's always just fun to guess.
absolutely.
See what's going on there. All right, so that basically takes care of the up-to-date games and whatnot. I guess the one thing I just want to remind everybody is the trade deadline. Trade
Yes.
deadline is now posted. The time. What's the time? What's the exact time right now, Al? As it's counting down, you got it up.
Oh, hang on. Where are we? It is showing. Come on.
Should be 8 days and something. Go to the main page. It'll be on the right.
Yeah, it's just taking a while to get there.
Okay. Yeah, so don't forget the trade deadline is going to be a week from Wednesday.
9 days, 1 hour and 53 minutes.
So if you don't know where the trade deadline is on the league, the main page, it's just up in the upper right-hand corner, and it's got a countdown clock going on there for trade deadline. So
Yep.
I believe it is a week Wednesday.
Yes,
At midnight. So midnight going into Thursday.
that's right.
So that's just about all I've got for now. Anything else you want to talk about, Al?
No, I just, defending myself against that rat bastard Donovan, and I can't wait to meet him in the playoffs and kick his ass right to the curb.
Ooh.
That's all I got to say about that, Dono. Take that.
Yeah, he was actually giving it to you last week, wasn't he?
He was. I don't know why. I'm such a nice guy.
He was doling it out for you, man. Just
That's
doling it
fine.
out for you.
I can take it and I can dish it back out too.
Well, the one thing I got to say is I'm really excited about this year's playoffs. I really don't know who's going to win.
Yeah, like you said, all the top 6 teams there are all so close.
So-
It comes down to what happens that week or the 2 weeks of the playoffs. I mean, it's if you have 2 bad weeks, you could be out of the playoffs just like that.
Absolutely.
That's all it takes.
Well, a lot of times, like if you can have a good second game, but if you lose that first game really bad, you can never recover. Sometimes you can't recover. So you play good in the second game, but not good enough. Like it wasn't an outstanding week, and you lose in game 3.
That's right. You still can't come back to get that game 3.
So really, all it takes is one bad game from Dan, and his whole season could be shot.
Is gone. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to that. Should be pretty exciting.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think it's going to be an exciting playoff run, and best of luck to everybody in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I've got plans in the playoffs for a podcast probably twice a week. for updating the scores and whatnot of what's going on, and that they'll be not as long as the this week in the zone podcast. Will probably be a lot shorter, but I would still like to get a guest host on with me at a time.
Well, you know me, I'm always in the bullpen warming up.
Yeah, but absolutely, you loosened up pretty quick today for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a little late notice. Well, it wasn't that late, I guess, within 5 hours or whatever. So
yeah, whatever.
Yeah,
you know, I'm always up for it.
That's I had a feeling. All right, so that's pretty much all I got for this week. Like I said, anything else to add?
No, I got nothing. Like I said, good luck to everybody in the playoffs, except for that bastard Donovan. Everybody else, good luck. Yeah, let's see where this goes.
All right. So I'm TK, your host, co-host Al Gall. That's it for tonight. Take it easy, boys, and peace out.